So sometime last week, I wanted to upload a few videos. So usually when I want to upload my videos, I like to go to this place in our school that they have free Wi-Fi there, and the Wi-Fi is usually pretty fast. So I went there in the morning. The mistake I did make was if I want to enjoy like the best network speeds, I have to go like in the night because in the night most people are asleep. But I went there like in the morning, like maybe around 7 a.m. ish. So I went there, and the first spot, the network was not like it was pretty shitty. So I went to that spot, it was also bad as well. So I was just like checking spot to spot. So I'll go here, compare the speed, come here, compare the speed again, go back, compare it. So as I was going back and forth, I noticed one guy was like, looking at me, observing me. Then the guy approached me. So the guy, spoke with me. He said, he's some random dude, like he's also a student, and things are tough for him basically. Like he was just begging me for money if I could just find money to give him. I at first, usually when people approach me to beg for money, it's not like I don't want to give them. It's just like I've gotten so used to it that sometimes it gets annoying. Like, yes, another one of them. But this guy's story in particular kind of touched me for whatever reason. I won't go into the like specific details, and he didn't really tell me like his full life story, but the few things that he did say was like he's a student, he stays in the hostel and stuff, but things have gotten so bad that he has to start selling a lot of his stuff to survive. And when he approached me, he said, he was asking me for two things. The first one, is money, obviously. And the second thing was if I could give him like some form of job or opportunity, or if I could just knew, some place they were hiring, like, so he can find like work to do. And I told him to like go and check, you should just go to like some place, some shops, and try and apply there. Then he was like, if he goes there, like it would, they pay monthly, it's like a salary basis, and he was like, he needs the money like today, today. So what I did tell him was like, I worked, sometimes 2021, I worked in some car wash place, so I don't think you can go there to go and apply as well. But the point I did make, we just had a little chat back and forth, and he was just telling me how hard the struggle is, how like bad things have become, that he has to sell off a lot of his stuff to basically just stay alive, to basically just be able to afford stuff to eat and all that. And it touched me because I could definitely relate to this. There was a part in my own life where I went through something similar to that. So long story short, I gave him some money, I gave him some encouragement. Seeing the smile on his face, like just hope that somebody didn't just see him as just another one of those people. It actually brought joy to my heart, because I know what it feels like to be in that position and people just dismissing you. Not necessarily dismissing you, just feeling like nobody's there for you. So I remember sometime last year, it was last year, 2024. So I was trying to raise my school fees. It seems that I had this before, but I used it to buy a course or two courses, right? I've told this story like a billion times. So maybe you find older videos and watch it of them. But I bought two of these courses. So when I bought the two courses, the first thing is, I was lazy, I didn't even follow the courses. But the second thing was that I noticed that this course is a lot of what we were teaching. I already knew it, so basically I didn't really need the course. So it was not to make the money back, and because I was lazy and I didn't really do the steps to like the course provided to make the money back, I didn't make the money back. So I had to find other ways to make the money. And at the time I remember I was selling almost everything. I sold like a few of my clothes. There was this PSP thing. Like I was basically just selling, just selling. Like it became so crazy that I somewhat became good at just finding like random things I own. I just sell it. Like it became like a skill, basically. And I remember I then now went, but the things that it's not even just about the money part, because me myself, I was also like very bad, because I'll like kind of gather a little bit of money and I'll just blow it off, then gather a little bit of money again and blow it off, and just kept repeating that cycle. But there was this particular time when I was doing IT at this time. So long story short, I went for like some job and I got paid. So long story short, and I was happy. So the school fees money was already complete. Like I think I was just like 10,000 shots. Like I just needed 10k more to make it complete. And I remember then because I was feeling so desperate. Because at the time, I was feeling like, first of all, if I don't pay whole, everything will collapse. Which, now obviously being more experience is like, nah, not really. But at the time, I did have that fear, and also at the time, if you didn't pay or register on time, like there was this seminar thing we did, like you won't be able to participate in it, and if you don't participate, automatically you're failed and you have to come back next year. So I needed to raise, like I needed this money. So it was just 10k more. And the same funny thing is, as if I just kept that money, just kept saving, just try to keep hustling and all that. 10k isn't, maybe within like 1 or 2 weeks I will be able to raise it. But guess what my stupid ass did? I took the full money and put it into sports betting. Long story short, I lost the money. So basically that period I was just really, really down bad. It felt like everything I kept trying to do just would not work. Everything I just kept trying to, like, it's like I will try to gather a little bit of money here, then I'll just blow it off, or I'll try and gather it, just won't work. Like I just felt stuck. And the crazy thing is, nobody was there for me, if that made sense. Like I had to do it all by myself. And I'm not trying to bash anybody or all that, but I remember I was like, some of my friends I kind of told. I remember one of them in particular. I told him kind of, and obviously talked to him like, well, you do something like that, that's pretty stupid, giving me encouragement and all that. But then that very, like the next day or something like that, a few days later, he went and bought like gifts for his girlfriend and all that. And long story short, he couldn't really meet her again, so gifts just like expired. Like I think he was the one that ended up eating it, or one of his other friends. But what that made me realize was like, he would rather buy gifts for his girlfriend than give me the money. And obviously, like rightfully he should, because he's not the one that blew the money. Like, it was all me. But that just made me realize how much more alone you are. Like how much nobody cares about you. How much like your problem is your own problem, and every other person has their own problem. So that was what I told the guy that guy. So like, as much as I would like to help you to the best of my ability, not like I'm rich or anything, but as much as I would like to help you, I have like my own problems. I have my own things I'm dealing with. I have my own things I'm going through. So it's like you have to just fight for yourself. You have to just fight for yourself, and you have to just try your best. You have to try your hardest, because nobody cares. Literally nobody cares. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to be like, oh, how are you? Nobody's going, oh, just take this money here. Like nothing like that. It's just you. And the crazy thing is that no matter how much you try to run from this problem, no matter how much you try to hide, no matter how much you try to like, just stay away from it. You basically don't want to see it, so you kind of just like hide your face away from it. When you raise your head back up, it is still going to be there looking at you. It's still going to be in your front. Like it's not going to go away. So you have to just try. You have to just do something. You have to just take action. Like you have to just do whatever it takes. You have to go extra lengths. You have to do crazy things. So long story short, about the whole school fee stuff, eventually how I ended up paying it off was, after months of being in this state of gathering a little bit of money, doing it off, then feeling like just feeling like a feeling of feeling shitty and all that. I had to sell my phone. At the time I was using one iPhone 7 Plus. I had to sell off that phone, and it was the money I used from selling off that phone. And I used to pay it off. And after I sold the phone, obviously I was phoneless. I couldn't make videos. I couldn't do anything. But here we are now. I'm making videos again. But point that I'm just trying to make is like, I had to do something for myself. And I'm not trying to say all this to feel like, oh, I've gone through the most stuff in the world. Obviously everybody has their own battles, their faults. Everybody has their own demons, their faults. And I'm sure some people hear my own story and be like, if this is what you call suffering, like to me this would have been enjoyment. But the point I'm just trying to make is like, if you're at rock bottom, if you're going through it right now, you just have to do your best. Like you just have to really, really do your best, because there's no other way out. Nobody is coming to help you. Nobody is coming to save you. It sounds so sad, but that's just how it is. Like, not your mom, not your mother, not your father, not your best friend, or your neighbor, or your cousin, or your classmates, or whatever. Like, it's just you. It's just you. And they can try. The good example my brother likes to use is like this Mortal Kombat game. So the latest one on PS5 now, I think that if two characters fighting, so there's one fighting here, one fighting here. So there's like some side characters that as you're fighting, maybe they'll just jump in and just throw like a punch, then they'll go back to the side. That's like the best anybody can do for you. They will just jump in, throw maybe 2 punches and go back. But you are the one that's still going to have to play. You're the one that's still going to have to fight. That's just how it is. So if you won't be like the main character fighting, and those side characters won't just come in and say, no, don't worry, you go to the side, let me continue. Like, you're the one that's still going to fight. All they can do is just jump in and throw 1 or 2 punches. And same thing with everything. No matter how much people you love, people you care about, people your family or whatever, that's the best they can do. They can just come in and throw 1 or 2 punches at your enemy for you and go back. You're the one that's going to still have to throw all the punches. And crazy thing is, as if you won't have somebody to jump in and throw punches for you. There's some people that have nobody, and a lot of the time there's nobody. There literally is nobody. So you just have to try your best. You just have to try your best. You literally just have to do whatever it takes, no matter how far you have to go. Obviously, don't go and do something illegal or bad or whatever, that will not be on you. But no matter how far, like no matter how much, like, you just have to find a way out. That's the only, like, that's it. You just have to find a way out. There's no other option. You literally just have to find a way out.
By the way, if you're in a rut now and you're finding it difficult to get back on your feet and get back in the grind and get back to the flow of things, I've actually created a program that's going to help you do just that. If you're interested in that, if this is a problem you're facing and you actually need a solution, just click the first link in the description of this video.